All right, I'm going to do a very quick video on how to open up an Excel file in Python and how to write and read to that file. So first thing we want to do is install OpenPyXL. I've already got that installed, so we're going to say open from OpenPyXL, and we're going to import load workbook. Okay, next thing we're going to do is create an output file, and we're going to call the output file name. And we're going to, you can do that to any path, but I'm just going to do it in the local directory where I'm running this program, so no path needed. So I'm going to call it test1xls. Once I've got that file name, I'm going to load a workbook into a variable called WB. So we'll load that workbook, and the file name it wants is going to be output file name. Then we're going to type data underscore only equals true. Okay, once we've got that workbook assigned to a variable, we want to assign the worksheet to a variable, which is WS, and by default, Excel names their first sheet, sheet 1. If it's a different name, obviously you can type that name there. Now that we have the worksheet, we can directly access this cell. So we're going to say worksheet dot cell, and then we're going to just do 5, 6, and then to access that cell, we're going to say dot value. And we're going to say value equals, why don't we set it to this is value, this is a value at 5, 6. Okay, once that's assigned, we will want to save it. So workbook.save, and then the file name, of course. So output file name. And then we're going to want to close that. So workbook.close. So one thing you need to know, OpenPyXL will not create a file, at least not that I am aware of. So you need to actually create that file to begin with. I've already created a blank file, and I'll just show you here. Pop this open. So this file is in the same directory as I'm creating this Python file. It's just a blank one. I've called it test1.txt. So that it can access it. So since it's there, I'm going to go ahead and run this and run it, and it's done. We'll open up that file, and there you go. It wrote the value. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is it may be a little counterintuitive. You see 5, 6. My mind thinks that I should go over 5 and down 6. It's actually reverse of that. The numbers start with 1, unlike Python that starts at 0. So they start at 1. So counting this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see the first value is how many cells down you go. The second value is how many cells over you go. So just keep that in mind. Okay, now that we have that there, I'm going to also show you how to do a comparison or read it instead of just writing. So we'll say if ws.cell, and we're going to do the same location, and we'll say .value equals, and we're just going to put the same text. So we're going to see if that text was written to the file, and if it was, we're just going to write to cell 6.6, 6, we're going to say, yes, that is right. Oops, got a little typo there. Let me change that minus to an equals. There we go. And now, if I try and run it, I'm going to get an error. And the reason I'm going to get an error is because the file is open. And you can't access that file because it'll be locked. So there's the error. So I'll grab my Excel file and close it. Pop that back up. Okay, we're going to close it. And now we're going to right click and run. And this time it runs successfully. So I'll open the Excel file. And in the Excel file, you'll see that not only did it write our original file, it also checked that value, saw that it did match a string, and then said, yes, you've got it. Now, one thing you should know is that this is a very powerful library. I use it often to change the width of columns, to update colors, to do all kinds of different functions that Excel will do. But this was just a simple example of how to be able to access an Excel sheet, check a value, and update a value. So hope you liked the video.